I don't know if you could say that's the kind of balance I'd like to see. I'd like to see more yards out of those guys, but we don't have a set amount for any of them. I'm not trying to give anybody any certain amount of yards. We just put them out there and let them play, and they get what they get.
Do you like what you're seeing overall from the running game?
Overall, I like what I've seen. I think we can. There's always room for improvement. I'd like to see us break a few more tackles. I'm not satisfied with that. I can think of at least 4 or 5 runs that should have broken. A couple should have been for touchdowns, and we got to get better at that.
I feel like you guys have kind of settled into their roles and they're familiar with what they're expected of them. I'm going to get X amount of carries on average per game.
No, there's no set amount that they're going to get. There's nobody set into getting any certain amount of carries. I let them play, and if somebody's hot, then we'll let them stay in there a little bit longer. Usually they get substituted just according to who gets fatigued.
Right.
Royce got the bulk of his carries late or relatively late in this game. Same thing against Michigan State. Is that by design? Are you trying to keep him fresh and then maybe hit a tired defense with Royce, with a fresh Royce?
No, that's not the case at all. They start the rotation kind of according to how they've practiced during the week, and naturally the starter is going to get the most carries at the beginning of the game, and as we roll down into the game, then the next guy gets the carries. It doesn't matter who that person is.
Byron had a big game. He looked elusive and he broke some tackles when he was running. What do you think of his game? It seemed like he was running, not harder than normal, but almost like he was very motivated to get carries and to, when he got the ball, to do something impressive.
Well, I think that's the way Byron always is. I don't know. I mean, from what I've observed, and the whole time he's been here, he always wants to get the best out of his carries, and that's what I tell all those guys: don't count your reps, make your reps count. So when Byron got an opportunity to carry the ball, he did an outstanding job, and he's doing an outstanding job at the receiver position as well. So I'm really happy with the way he's performing.
It seems like Thomas has had maybe 3 or 4 runs where he's come like just from being tripped up away from making it to the end zone, where he breaks free and then he just kind of falls or is off balance or something. Is that something that you guys look at and saying, we can work on something here, or is that kind of more like a bad luck sort of thing?
Yeah, well, no, that was what I addressed in the beginning here. Is that I think we gotta run through arm tackles. We gotta break some of those tackles. We gotta stand up and make plays because we're gonna get hit. That's one of the things that I'm not really pleased with right now is our ability to break and avoid tackles in a one-on-one situation, particularly.
Jerry, how does the shuffling on the offensive line affect you guys? Is there a chemistry thing between the line that you have to adjust to?
Well, there always is with the offensive line. They need to get used to each other. They have to make calls, and the other linemen have to respond to them so that they're all on the same page. So, yeah, that takes a little bit of time. Fortunately, we get a week to play here, and then we get a week off, so we can work on those sorts of things. But yes, in answer to your question.